CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
All righty, fellas, the game we've all been waiting for, Bills-Chiefs. Now, the games between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes are averaging 60 points per game. I think both quarterbacks have 300 yards passing and multiple touchdowns today.
All right, good pick there, Boomer. Call it a homer pick by me. This week, I'm going with Saquon Barkley, the league leader in yards, will light up the Ravens' defense. Can't wait to watch it.
That is a homer pick.
There's still time to outpick Phil and Boomer. Head to the FanDuel app now to choose your free game and play for a share of $1 million in prizes.
Welcome back to Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, where the adrenaline has already kicked in from the audience here. That is Zach Taylor in his fourth season as the head coach of the Bengals. Last year took Cincinnati all the way to the Super Bowl on the other side of the field. In his first season as the head man here in New Orleans, Dennis Allen, after 6.5 years as the defensive coordinator. The Saints have won the toss. They have deferred, which means that young man hiding behind the big guy, Joe Pearl, will get his hands on the football first. Chris Evans is deep. He is number 25, and we are just about set to go. Expect a few fireworks here and there, Arch.
Well, I would hope so. That's what I'm gunning for. You know, the Cincinnati offense, they are certainly more than capable of it, and the Saints last week had a few big plays of their own, so hopefully they continue that trend.
Well, the Saints and their fans aren't used to this. They've been averaging under 7 points in the first half of games this season. They've got 7 on the board already today.
Well, both head coaches, as I mentioned, spoke about starting fast.
For yard line, down to A.J. Ross.
Well, Greg, Bengals coach Zach Taylor has been to the Superdome enough times to know it gets loud in here. But something that was advantageous for the Bengals coming into this one, they were able to practice inside for the first time at their practice facility just on Friday. So they were using loud music and their silent count, trying to prep as much as they could for what they would encounter here. But this atmosphere is one of a kind, guys.
To date.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Pepsi, made for football watching. Progressive, the right call to protect your home and car. And by Burger King.
Coming up at halftime of the Bills against the Chiefs. Don't miss the world premiere of the trailer for the new original series Tulsa King, starring Sylvester Stallone, streaming November 17th exclusively on Paramount+. It falls incomplete. Time for our first update of the day. Let's get you back to New York and join James Brown, Coach Bill Cowher.
Kenny Pickett with the first of his many.
Yeah, his first career touchdown pass here is Najee Harris on the blitz, slips across the formation, uncovered, culminates his 11-play, 66-yard drive, and Pittsburgh goes up 7-0 over Tampa Bay.
To about the 37-yard line where Pete Werner makes the stop. Boy, what a season he had. Take a look at the numbers. They're all incredible numbers that ended up with a Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, I would say that's a pretty decent. Not bad. And he certainly didn't take long to acclimate himself to the National Football League. He's had a tremendous start to his career. And I have no question that they're going to figure it out. It's just this season, it's taken a lot longer I think everybody has expected.
Boyd once again. Update time once again. Let's get you back to New York City and rejoin JB and Coach.
And Greg, it involves Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence, tough the last couple of weeks, but there's a 1-yard touchdown run right there. And Jacksonville goes to Indy, takes a 7-0 lead in the first quarter.
Back to Greg Gumbel.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Chipotle, for real, and by Verizon, the network America relies on.
Bengals defensive end Sam Hubbard launched a new community program, Hubbard's Cupboards. Hubbard's Cupboards will serve as an on-site supplement to fill needs that arise. Each cupboard will be filled during the school year with core school supplies and hygiene products, as well as healthy snacks. Way to go, Sam. Inside the 45 to the 44. He really is a triple threat in every sense of the word.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah.
And he has kind of done it all. This season, they transfer him full-time to tight end. So he spent most of the offseason in training camp in the tight end room. But then he's had to kind of learn that to get integrated in the system. And then now, since Jameis Winston has been hurt, now he spends most of his time in the quarterback room as a quarterback.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Modelo, brewed for full-time fans with a fighting spirit. Amazon. And by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. Please gamble responsibly.
As we so profoundly impressed upon Adam Archuleta, you cannot come to New Orleans and not have charbroiled oysters.
Yeah, those, I got to admit, that's pretty good. And one thing I've realized, Greg, is that you have zero respect for my figure and my desire to maintain a healthy body weight.
The middle, Hayden Hurst. And with that, we'll take you once again back to New York for an update. JB.
Finally, the Giants on the board.
Yeah, Wandell Robinson runs what we would call, right, Adam, a pick play. Executed properly, 7-7 Giants in Baltimore.
Adam was never involved in covering the pick play, was
He probably got picked.
he? Back to Greg.
Been losing fumbles lately, but he still has the right idea once he gets his hands on the football.
Yeah, the Carolina game, probably you can say was still affected a bit by the ribs. The one last week in the 2-minute, led to points. That was a big one. And really, it's been the giveaways that have really hurt the offense and this team. But when he's healthy, again, he's as good as anybody and as dangerous as anybody in the NFL in the second half for Cincinnati.
Ball is brought back across the 30 to about the 34, where the tackle is made. And the first half comes to an end. The New Orleans Saints, 20-14 lead. Looking pretty good in all phases of this game. Andy Dalton holding his own while getting tremendous support from the ground game. 20-14 is the score. Halftime is coming up next from New York City, and that comes your way after these first half highlights from Verizon and a word from your local station.
Jeez.
Ironic. Edelman's struggling with reception.
Two things I hate dropping: balls and calls.
Well, you need a better network. Time to switch to Verizon, the most reliable 5G network in America.
I'm listening.
You even get a free 5G phone on them.
Sweet.
So now, whether you're in the city or on the road,
Reception.
and getting the network you want and a brand new phone.
Touchdown!
Touchdown!
Switch now and get the new Google Pixel 7 Pro on us. Only on Verizon, the official 5G network of the NFL.
On CBS.
Tampa Bay offense to 3 field goals. They lead 10-9 at the
Wow.
49ers at the Falcons. Falcons quarterback Marcus Mariota, watch this. Oh, they got the leverage on me? No, you don't. 3-yard keeper for the touchdown. The Falcons leading 21-14 at half.
All right, the Jets at Green Bay. Not a lot happening here. But how about the Vikings? Yeah, there you go. The Jets at Green Bay. Not a lot happening here simply because of the bad weather in the first quarter. Not a lot of offense, only 9 total first downs and only 6 total points.
All right, we have the Vikings, the Dolphins. Vikings quarterback, little play action. Kirk Cousins, who does he find back in the end zone? Wide open, Herb Smith Jr. The Vikings, they are up 10-3 over the Dolphins.
And in Jacksonville, you're going to see Jermichael Hasty going to take this and go through a hole wide open. And he's going to score from 61 yards out. And it's 14-13. Jacksonville leads the Colts.
I got to tell you what, the Giants' defense is all over Lamar Jackson, but you see the beauty and the athleticism of the great quarterback. You can see how he can get away from people. This time he doesn't, but you watch this next few plays and you'll see why it's so difficult to go against him. Look at this. He just runs away from people, and I'm sure Wink Martindale was telling his guys, we have to try to contain him the best we can.
Right.
Thibodeau out of position right there, takes the running back. Lamar sees that. He takes the ball and takes off. You know, he's 11 of 20, 142 yards through the air. He's got those 36 yards on the ground. But I got to tell you, he is just a weapon unto himself.
Yeah.
But this game is tight. This game is physical.
Yeah, well, speaking of the ground game, this Bengals-Saints game is interesting because the Bengals come into this game giving up 99 yards per game rushing. And how about this play right here, a little jet sweep to Rashad Shaheed. He gets into the end zone. My man's from Weber State, first time getting into the end zone for him. And then we know what Alvin Kamara could do. He comes in, breaks left, hits the sideline, and then Taysom Hill likes what he sees as he reads the end of the line of scrimmage, and he keeps it for himself and then runs up the sideline. Taysom Hill is Mr. Do-It-All. But look at the Saints on the ground, putting it together. Listen, they got a lot of guys missing this game. No Mike Thomas, no Chris Olave, Jarvis Landry, Marshawn Lattimore. But still, though, with the pieces that they have, they are making it work, Coach.
When you talk about Bill Belichick, he talked about this Cleveland Browns offense and their ability to run the ball, and he has stopped them. And matter of fact, it's been the New England Patriots who have been able to run the ball with Ramondre Stevenson. Bailey Zappi looks very, very good right now. So this is a game that's being played close to the vest and really could take a turnover away from whoever wins it.
Yeah, good job by the New England defense. Not really surprised. No. Doing a good job against the run game and what they're doing running the football. Ramondre Stevenson, man, he can honk it up in there with anybody.
He's a downhill runner.
That's the way the Patriots want to play.
In this Indianapolis game, this is the second half that the Colts have got to win this half. They don't even attempt to run the ball without Jonathan Taylor. Matt Ryan, 26 of 37.
First half.
First half for 232 yards. And very important that they got back into this game here.
No sacks.
No sacks.
Coming up later, folks, game 2 of our doubleheader and a rematch to what many have called the greatest playoff game of all time. That's when Josh Allen, Von Miller, and the Bills face off one more time. That against Patrick Mahomes' Chiefs. That's coming up later right here on CBS. And Nate, what are we going to do now? What?
Oh, yeah, we're going to get them right out to the game. Present the world premiere of the trailer.
Absolutely. And starring
Sylvester Stallone.
Thataway, Nate.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report, the network America relies on.
Lead on the Cincinnati Bengals, Greg Gumbel, Adam Archuleta. I don't know much, but I do know this. If you average 136 yards per game on the ground coming in, you're really happy the way things went in the first half if you're the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, I would say, and they used a similar formula to what they did last week, relying on that running game, and it's been impressive. They've gotten big plays. Started out by Shaheed, 44 yards. Kamara, he's able to get outside the edge for a big play. Then Taysom Hill breaks a tackle, gets upfield. They've been able to hit 4 plays of over 10 yards running the football. What's impressive is the fact that Cincinnati, their defense coming into this game, ranked 7th against the rush, and even going back to last year, have really defended the run well. So you've got to tip your hat to the Saints for finding a way, Greg, to manufacture 20 points in this first half.
Dennis Allen got to be really pleased, and he gets the ball to start the second half. That will sail through the end zone, and we'll start from the 25-yard line, and we go down to A.J.
Well, Greg and Arch, as you noted, the big story coming into this game was the Saints playing without their top wideouts, but they managed 244 yards in that first half. And Dennis Allen noted they ran the ball really well. He said they have to tighten up on red zone defense. Meanwhile, Bengals coach Zac Taylor said it wasn't the fast start that he wanted, but he liked how Tyler Boyd got some good touches in that first half on defense. Guess what? He said they have to stop the run.
New Orleans will go on defense, and we go down to A.J.
Greg, a lot has been made this week about the homecoming of Jamar Chase, a native son of New Orleans. He went to Archbishop Rummel High School in nearby Metairie, Louisiana, before becoming a star at LSU. He also grew up just minutes from the Superdome, and he told us playing here on the professional level is literally a dream come true. He has a whole bunch of family and friends, about 15 in the stands today, and he knew there would be a lot of hype, but he is ready for all of it, guys.
Update time. Let's take you back to New York City. Coach Bill Cowher.
Yeah, right after a Corey Davis 41-yard catch from Zach Wilson, Braxton Berrios on the little trickery on the reverse will take this thing from 20 yards out, and the New York Jets in Green Bay take a 10-3 lead, and they're fired up about it. Back to you, Greg and Adam.
New York City. Let's go back to James Brown, Coach Cowher.
Special team support.
How about this? Michael Clemens runs through the middle, blocks the punt. Will Parks picks it up, runs 20 yards on end, 17-3 the Jets. And remember, Green Bay has won 15 straight at Lambeau. My question to Greg Gumbel, ask Adam, has he ever blocked the punt?
Oh, there's a question.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, yeah, absolutely. He should know that.
Hey, he's just asking a simple question. Don't get defensive. How many?
Coach, you're going to have some words.
How many have you blocked?
6 and 7 is reported.
Can we just concentrate on our game? There's a big third down coming up, Greg.
3rd and 1.
Yes.
Either of these teams changing what has worked for them so far today?
Well, I don't think so. I think Cincinnati has shown that they really can't stop the run. And, you know, Cincinnati, if Burrow's able to get back on the field, it looks like that offense is starting to heat up. So I think we're in for a pretty good 4th quarter, Greg.
Down the middle to the end zone. Touchdown. This is unbelievable back and forth. Oh, down the middle. Oh, my goodness. The kick is good. Mahomes to the end zone for the win. Ball game.
What's coming up next? Just going out on a limb here, there may be a little offense involved in that game.
How could you get better? I mean, it really, to me, it's the greatest game I've ever seen. I know I'm not the only one that shares that opinion. I don't know how they come close, but I'm sure it is going to be entertaining.
Look at the numbers for these two quarterbacks. 14 and 4 for Josh Allen, 15 and 2 for Patrick Mahomes.
One wears a blue cape and one wears a red cape. Yeah. I mean, that's really what it is. They have been playing at just an insane level, and I hope I get the chance to watch it on the plane.
Update time. Let's get you back to New York once again, and once again, JB and the coach.
A dangerous combination.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews here from 12 yards out. It's Andrews' 5th touchdown of the year. Now Baltimore leads 20-10 over the New York Giants.
And we take it back to Greg, Adam, and AJ.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by NyQuil, the nighttime sniffling best sleep with a cold medicine. Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xE. And by T-Mobile. More 5G bars in more places.
Just a look inside at the beautiful Jackson Square in the great city of New Orleans. Welcome back to Caesars Superdome, everyone. 3:42 remaining in regulation. The Saints with a 2-point lead, 26-24. Saints with 3 timeouts remaining, Cincinnati with 2, and New Orleans has put points on the board in each of its last 5 drives. That will go into and out of the end zone for the touchback, and the Saints will start at their own 25-yard line. Stay tuned for the NFL Today update delivered by Little Caesars, time permitting. JB, Phil, Nate, Boomer, Coach Bill Cowher have all the latest NFL scores and highlights. This has been fun.
Yeah, I would say so, Greg. I'm having a good time. You're kind of a good luck charm for me. I'm glad to have you.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure. And by Voya. Well planned, well invested, well protected.
So remembrances of that national championship game won by LSU. They beat Clemson 42-25 for the national title. Jamar Chase, 221 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns that night. Meanwhile, Burrow threw 5 touchdown passes and amassed 463 passing yards. Well, Joe Burrow arrived today wearing Chase's jersey from that game, and then was able to find this number 1 fairly well today.
Yeah, and after a really quiet first half, only 2 catches. Had a few frustrating drives, but then again, all they do is wait for getting that single high, looking for that man-to-man coverage, looking for the free safety in the middle of the field, and it's been a frustrating season.
Kicking team number 23. The 5-yard penalty will be added to the touchback spot. First down.
Greg, it's been a frustrating season because the way it started out, hasn't exactly looked like it looked like last year. But look, two phenomenal players at the top of their game. It's not going to, they'll figure it out eventually. And I think today they've been able to put that formula together. And what a show here in the second half.
This, by the way, Burrow's 13th career 300-yard passing game in the season. Burrow with the knee. And that's the ball game.
Cincinnati, how many close games? All three losses coming down to the final kick and losing the game. Finally, they're able to close it off. And Dennis Allen's football team played so well early, but just Burrow and Chase too much.